Hey, what's up, guys? Today I'm not going to do a regular video like I usually do. I know this is not the typical type of video that I'm used to doing. Usually I'm in a car. Well, I am in the car, but usually I'm in the car on a road trip somewhere. But this is not that type of video. I wanted to just kind of switch up a little bit and just kind of switch up the flavor a little bit. I want to have a little diversity on my channel. So you saw, well, you probably saw the title, and it says, why did I start my YouTube channel? Why did I start my YouTube channel? Well, there's three primary reasons, but I'll just say just a simple reason first. These are not a part of my three reasons. But why I started my YouTube channel, basically because I was on other platforms and I had family members. They was like, man, listen, we love you guys' content. We, like to just watch your videos, and, y'all look like y'all be having fun, and it inspires us. So that's, we were on other platforms and they were enjoying it. So I was like, man, let me start a YouTube channel. But that's not the primary reason why I do what I do. I just put it that way. Or why we do what we do, as far as traveling and going to places and, eating, different places, traveling. That's not primarily why I do what I do, if you understand what I'm saying. So why I do what I do, and this is why I started the YouTube channel. Well, one of the three reasons is my upbringing. Okay. So now, why I say my upbringing, my dad, he's number one. My dad, he's basically the reason why I do a lot of traveling. Now, we didn't grow up wealthy or anything like that. We, had a lot of humble beginnings. We, grew up, like I said, just, we were okay. And my parents, they didn't have, the extravagant lifestyle or anything like that or whatever, but they did the best that they could do. And one of the things that my dad always was going to do each and every year as we were growing up, we were going to go somewhere as a family. We were going to travel somewhere, whether it was to Atlanta, which is Atlanta, it's maybe about, it's about, but an hour and a half, 2 hours away from Birmingham, Alabama. Or we might go to Gatlinburg, Tennessee, which is a couple of hours up the road. But we were going to go somewhere, Memphis, or, it was, and it didn't have to be like, all this is, extravagant places that he took us. But he took us somewhere. Each year on Labor Day, we was going to, go somewhere, and we was going to travel as a family. And I brought that, over into the way I raised my kids and the way I, geared my family. I wanted to make sure that, hey, the memories that, I grew up having, I tried to, share that with, or share that with my kids. So that's one of the reasons why I travel. And where, me and my wife or me and my family, when they were growing up, we were always going to go somewhere. We was always going to travel. That was inspired by my father, because again, he didn't take us on a lot of extravagant trips, or, he didn't go, out of the country or anything with us. But every year we were gonna do something as a family. We was gonna travel as a family. We was gonna make some memories, and we were going to, just be together and have fun. And so that's why the traveling part, that's where that comes in with my father. So he's number one. Now, you guys, you might see on my channel, you might see a lot of, I guess, videos where we're going to restaurants. We're eating, this place and that place. And I'm, just trying to, I guess, experience the local cuisine of the area. We could be in Jamaica, and I'm like, hey, I don't want to go to these popular restaurants. I want to go where you guys eat. Or I might be in Puerto Rico somewhere, or Aruba, but I'm trying to experience what the locals are experiencing. Where you guys go eat, and that's where I want to go. But that part of my channel, that comes from my mother. My mother was a avid cooker, You know, she used to cook all the time. She was a housewife, and she also at one point she worked at a restaurant. But my mom could cook. Like she could out bake and out cook. You know, probably some of the chefs that you see on TV today. But she would always have a meal for us as a family. And as I experienced going around the world, traveling different places, I would go certain places and I'd be like, you know, my mom used to cook this. And I would experience this a lot. Well, we went to South Carolina one time, and that's where a lot of the Gullah Geechee, people are from. And they have this, you know, this different type of, I guess, cuisine that they have, you know, and one of the things that they have is red rice. And I heard all the locals like, man, you got to try red rice. You got to try this red rice. We was in Charleston, South Carolina is where we were. And all the locals, again, they were talking about this red rice and, these, different type of dishes, Gullah Geechee dishes that we had to try. And when I went to one of the local spots that, was serving this dish, this red rice, and I started looking at it, I started tasting it, I was like, my mama used to make this. This was like, she didn't call it red rice. It was just what she did, what she cooked. And so that's why, I have a passion and an affinity for, different type of food, soul food, seafood, whatever it may be. I have an affinity to try to, I guess, experience these different types of flavors in cooking and in cuisine. And so it was inspired by my mom, so you might see again, some of, me going to a restaurant here and there or whatever. That's inspired by my mother. So the traveling was my dad. That's number one. The cooking and the food and the restaurants, going to different restaurants and experience, that was my mom. Now, in all of this, amalgamated together or, just put together, the last person who inspired this channel was my wife. Now, we've experienced, all kind of, we travel around the world. We travel, the United States, wherever it may be. But why I say my wife and why I saved her for last is because this right here. Because one of the things that she told me, we were on a trip. It might have been our anniversary or something like that. And she told me this right here. And it always stayed. I never forgot. It stuck with me. She was like, listen, Mac, you can, do this for me and do that for me. Buy me, the expensive rings. She said, I really don't even need all of that stuff yet. But, you try to do these things for me. And we try to, go this place and that place. But she told me, she said, listen, all that don't even matter to me. What matters is I want to make memories with you. She said, that's what matters. And man, that thing, it was like, it's stuck with me because that made me want to give her the world and experience the world with her. So it brought all these things together. It brought, my dad, we didn't have a lot of money, but he, was like, hey, we're going to go somewhere each and every year. We're going to travel as a family. We're going to have fun. And I want you guys to experience something outside of Birmingham. My mom, we didn't have a lot of money, but my mom, she was going to make sure that, hey, her family, we sat down as a family and we ate and we, had great meals when we came together as a family. Then my wife, I just want to make memories. So all those things together, it wasn't, when my wife told me that, she was like, it's not about the money. It's not about the things. It's about us making memories together. And that's why I started my YouTube channel, because again, I wanted to share those memories with you guys. So everything that I do, it's a memory. It's a memory that, me and my wife or me and my family or, even me on a solo trip, I'm creating memories. And I really just want to share it with my family. I want to share it, with you guys. So that's basically it. And that's basically, I just kind of wanted to share my heart on that and just kind share with you guys and just kind of let you guys know, where I'm coming from. Because again, a lot of people are like, man, you can grow your channel if you do this kind of niche here, or you whatever the niches are, you can do this and do that or whatever, and your channel will grow bigger. But I'm always gonna do this right here, because again, it's kind of like a tribute, or it kind of it's like a something that I dedicate to my upbringing and dedicate to my parents and dedicate to my wife. So I'm always gonna do it. Even if I start another channel, I'm always gonna do this right here. I'm always gonna travel. I'm always going to go to a restaurant and we just, have fun and enjoy each other. And I'm going to, share that content. And so even if I do start another channel, this is something I'm going to do because I'm passionate about it. And I enjoy it. I might get only 200. I don't care. Because again, this is what, my passion is. So this is why I started this YouTube channel. I'm not going to, delay or bore anybody else with it, but I just kind of wanted to kind of share my heart with you guys today. And so that's it. So listen, until the next video comes on, listen, I'll see you guys later. But, put in the comment, have you ever, I guess, attributed something to your upbringing, and shared it on your YouTube channel? Put in the comments. But until then, listen, I got some videos that, I want you guys to watch, and you'll see what I'm talking about. These videos right here that you'll see the influence that my, upbringing will have. So watch these videos right here. I'll see you guys next time. Peace.